Rocking out with El Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. Let's hit explode. Dive deep into virtual reality with our dynamic duo, setting us free from CGI to holograms. We'll explore the possibilities are endless. Let's soar. Enter the metaverse where fantasies come alive. Rocking out with El Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. The metaverse where fantasies come alive. Rocking out with El Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. Let's hit explode. Let's hit explode.
What's up, everybody? It's your boys,
Hey,
El
hey,
Slack
hey.
and Happy Pepper. How are we doing today?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
Oh, better now that I'm not working and driving. I had a super long commute today. Not thrilled about that, but is what it is. Oh,
Yeah, good to be home.
yeah, it is good to be home. I got home and I was like, sorry, lady, I got to go jump on the old computer downstairs here in a little bit. She's like, you could always cancel. I said, I could, but I won't. So, yeah, what have you been up to this week?
I went down to Los Angeles. We do kind of like a family Thanksgiving earlier than normal Thanksgiving, just because we can all get together at the end of October and we beat the crowds, and we still all get together. So it was kind of nice. Had a decent weekend with the family. Had some family drama as any Thanksgiving wouldn't be without.
Ooh, anything juicy?
Man, I don't think it would be appropriate to talk about, to be honest with you. It was kind of a heated conversation, to be honest with you. Something that I think could be really touchy on different levels. And I'll leave it at that because it could get us in trouble, to be honest with you.
Really? Ooh, I want to know about what this topic is.
So,
maybe.
okay, I'll say,
You don't have to tell me now. I just mean like later.
all right. I'll tell you later when we're not on air. But
Yeah.
So anyways, had a decent weekend. Been kind of traveling a bunch. Drove down there, flew back up. Then started the work week. What is exciting though is Miami Beach is coming.
Oh, is that exciting? Look, I haven't looked. We'll jump right into it. I haven't looked at anything. I saw that it was announced, but I have no idea what they're offering. So let's let me jump over there to this channels. Let me share some shit. Fuck. Is this it? Okay. Announcements. As you can see, it's still red, so I haven't even looked at them. Miami Beach is coming. Let's click the link and let's see what bullshit awaits us. It might be good. I don't know. Okay.
It's really.
You cut out. I have no idea what you just said.
Oh, I was just saying it's really. At this point, city releases are kind of the same thing over and over. There's really nothing new here. reading through it, you'll kind of see it's pretty standard what they've been kind of along the lines of what they've done in the last 4 or 5 city releases.
Yeah, I guess without even looking at this, Miami Beach, and I had a feeling it was going to be like an NFL city. I believe Miami Beach is where the Miami Dolphins are located, if I'm not mistaken. Is that? Do you know?
Yeah, I think so. I think I saw stadium there actually when I was zooming in.
So yeah, my whole thought was like, well, this is one way to promote some NFLPA stuff. They're going to give us an NFL city this season. I don't see why they wouldn't moving forward. Every harvest season, they will probably get an NFL city, as long as they have this partnership with the NFLPA, is my guess. Yeah. But let's see what it says. We are.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Miami Beach, the iconic city known for its beaches, parties, and spring break vibes. You know what that means? Titties. That's the only thing it tells me. Without saying it, that's what
right.
It means. Spring break vibes. That's all I got. That's all I need to know. But they're not going to bring that to Upland. That would be crazy. Get ready to experience cities, unique style.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I think we're having a lag here. I was saying, they're not letting titties in Upland. They won't even let you say shit in chat.
Or even vulgar. Can't even type the word vulgar. It's awesome. Okay. It's a vibrant coastal city, renowned for its sun-soaked beaches, energetic nightlife, blah-bitty, blah-bitty, blah-bitty. Something about highlighted playground. I don't know why they highlighted the word vibrant coastal city and playground. Is there some sort of cryptic message in here? Why would they bold playground in vibrant coastal city?
I mean, that's just Upland for you. I mean, there's really I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it, unless there's going to be some kind of map asset or something like that that'll be tied to a playground. Like there have been some playground map assets. Didn't Shaq and Mass Chef, didn't they have some playground map assets that were
like a charity? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, something about dining and unmistakable spring break vibe. That's the second time they brought that up. Let's see here. What's up, Scory? Whether it's the colorful streets of South Beach, the bustling Ocean Drive, or the laid-back beach culture, Miami Beach exudes a distinctive flair that blends relaxation with excitement. Okay, before the full launch, we will be they're going to do a property pre-sale on October 30th, which is in like 2 days, along with property passes and a block explorer sale. Read on for all the details about this exciting 2-day event. So they're doing the property pass thing, which I kind of like, actually. I liked it the first time they did it, and I'll probably like it the second time.
Do you buy do you buy multiple passes? So you have like the pass to collect, and then you also get the pass for a property? Because don't you have to burn it, or no? With these ones, you get the property no matter what, right?
Yeah, as long as you have the pass, then they just put you on a list. So no, I've bought 2 of them before. I think for South Lake Tahoe, I had 2 of them. I don't even remember why I did that. Maybe I just liked them so much. But depending on what it looks like, I'll probably just own 1. But I always buy them. I like them, so I'll buy them.
And you actually get like that 15% chance or whatever the percent chance is of getting collection property. True.
Yeah. Oh, but and they have the property pre-sale too. I like that also, where they do the. I think it's very similar to one of the ideas I had. They were asking for ideas in chat one time, and I popped out like what do they call it? Like a blind draw almost. Like you just basically pick like the price point that you want to purchase at, and then they give you a random property of that price point, which is essentially what they're kind of doing.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
I'd like to give credit for this idea personally.
I think it's cool. You get, because if say you don't want to actually go to the city and participate, or you got to work, and there's just no way in hell you're even gonna have a chance of getting there, it gives people at least, something, right?
Yeah, that's me. I will be at work when this bitch releases, so I'll get the pass. So I'm guaranteed at least one there, and then I'll try to hit this property pre-sale, but it's also at the same time that I'm at work. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe after break.
Yeah, I might have to go to one of those special car breaks an hour into my day. To make the city opening more accessible, Miami Beach will roll out over 2 days. It would be more accessible if they did this like at different times. Would be more accessible instead of the same time on both days. So like if you did the pre-sale at like 3:00 in the afternoon Pacific time versus continuing to do it at 9 a.m.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, man. They really need to, give the rest of the world more of a chance to participate, I would say.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now, especially, I think with the time changes, I think it's like 2:00, our 2 p.m. is like Australia's 9 a.m. the next day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
And so basically, if we're doing it at 3:00, that's their 10 a.m. Or if we even did it at 2:00, it could be their 9 a.m., which would actually give somebody a chance to not have to wake up at whatever time in the 2-3 o'clock in the morning to participate at our 9 a.m.
Right. Yeah, like right now it's 2:36 in the afternoon tomorrow for Australia right now.
I mean, and you know what? Technically, they could even release, things at night. I don't see why not.
I know. Yeah, I thought maybe for a while there it was because that maybe they work just regular office hours like 9 to 5. But I'll get shit approved at like 2:00 in the morning or 4:00 in the morning. I'm like, well, if everything is based on Pacific time, one would assume that their offices are in San Francisco on the West Coast. I know that they have other people like in Ukraine, but I don't know if they do any of that stuff. I don't know what in Ukraine.
I think it's a lot of developers actually in Ukraine, and so you need them to be online, for a lot of stuff. But I mean, still at 2:00 in the morning, our time, it's fairly early AM, I believe, for Europe.
Yeah.
And so once you start to get around to like 9 a.m. PT, our time, that kind of aligns with like the end of the day in Europe. So I guess you're getting Europe is still able to participate, and the States are able to participate kind of at the same time, to where it's not insane. But then you've got like Japan and Australia, they can't do anything.
But no matter what time you put it at, somebody's getting fucked, no matter what. But that's why if you do say you do your regular city release at 9 a.m. like you normally would, or whatever time you choose, but just do if you're gonna do the pre-sale thing, just do that at another random time. That's not close to 9:00 in the morning for us, but I don't know. It's a foreign concept, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, it's their choice ultimately. Upland's the one who's
right. We choose to play their game.
Right.
Okay. Yep. You do that thing, and then you're gonna get. Oh wait, day one presale. During the presale, around 25% of Miami Beach properties will be available for purchase in UPIX and USD, with 50% of the bundles including at least one collection property. That's a pretty good odd.
Yeah, that's actually better than they've done in the past, I want to say.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see here. These properties will be delivered directly to you, offering a chance to secure a piece of Miami Beach before the official launch. I bet Miami Beach is going to be hella expensive. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, but I bet it is. Registration the 29th. That's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Sale starts on the 30th at 9 a.m. Sale ends Thursday, October 31st at 6 a.m. Okay. Low price property. Purchasing this item grants players 2 random low price Miami Beach properties. Combined property value is guaranteed to be worth at least the UPX price of the bundle. Okay.
So
That's the only shitty thing. I don't like that.
Why? Because you're basically just getting, like, you know, maybe you're gonna get your 22K, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they're offering it for USD as well, like you can buy them for USD, you can also buy them for UPX. If you buy it for UPX, it's fine because, that is the market. It's pretty close to 100, depending on where you're at. If you're gonna mint, it's always at 100. I don't mind that, but if you're doing it for USD, you could mint, not mint, but you could spend that USD and get a much greater deal than if you were to mint Miami Beach.
Yeah, I would agree. And they do, if you scroll further down, you'll see they do have both UPX and USD bundles.
Okay. So 22,000 UPX, and this gives you 2 random properties for 22,000 UPX.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather buy 5 properties, 5 4K properties that I know I can sell at a somewhat of a profit, probably, as opposed to 2 11K properties that maybe I'll be able to make a 15% profit on, you know?
Right. But maybe they're in a collection or something. You never know. There's 400 properties. Yeah. Well, let's see here. Mid-price properties. You got 2 random Miami Beach properties, at least 40K, well, 39,000. So you're looking at 19.5 a piece. 400 of those, and then you got your high price, 2 random high price Miami Beach properties at 80K, 40K.
And that's the worst deal in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, because what you're going to get 2 40K properties, maybe 150K, maybe 130K. And how many, like, I don't know. Personally, I was actually just looking on UPXLand the other day, and I've got properties that have been sitting for 720 days that are at a 15% markup, and they're around the 30 to 50K market price. So, you know, it just doesn't seem like that's very desirable. Like, if you wanted to just collect for your earnings, I guess, sure, why not? That's probably a better way to go, but I think you could do better just minting.
Yeah, you're probably right. At least then you get like whatever property you want, maybe in a location that you want or a certain neighborhood that you're looking for. I mean, if you're just going to get some random property, whatever they give you, I would rather just I'd probably go with the low price property. And then save whatever else you got and see if you can mint later in the day for some place that you want. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this high price one either, unless you got a fuck ton of UPX to blow, but I don't. So
yeah. Well, you know, there's plenty of motherfuckers out there that do, though. Right?
Okay, deluxe bundle, 2 random high price Miami Beach properties delivered upon purchase. Chance to receive 1 of 2 landmarks. So that's what, 1 in 150 odds. It's not terrible odds.
Well, is it 1 in 150? Because there's 2, so that's like 1 in
125. I mean,
so
and
it's not terrible.
Extra large.
Man, I have been burned by these so many times in the past that I don't like. I want to do it, I do, but I'm like, man, you know, you're going to spend the $100. You're not going to get the fucking landmark, and you're going to get 250K fucking mints for $100.
You also have a chance to land 1 of 20 extra large properties. That's like what, 1 in 15?
Yeah. I guess if you were to divide that by 20, it's I think you're right. 1 in 15 or 1 in 12.5.
Yeah, I can math sometimes if you give me enough time. But yeah, I mean, those aren't terrible odds, all things considered. Like, landmarks are not easy to come by. So you have 1 in 125 chance to get that, and then a 1 in 15 chance to get an extra large property. I think that's a better offering than they offered last time that they did this thing with what city was that? What city was that?
Well, I know just recently, the one that I felt I got burned by, which was it was like the multiple cities where they said it was the hidden gems or whatever they called it, and they said you were going to get either Chicago property or and a chance at a landmark. And I spent $66 and I got 233K mint properties in Chicago, and they were not collections. So I was not very happy with that because I mean $66 could have gone a lot further, like you were saying, on the second.
Yeah,
round. I could have gotten at least 240K worth of mints for that price.
Right. Yeah, a way better value, but it's gambling, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It hasn't been worth it for me yet. All the times I've gambled in this game have yet to be worth it.
I mean, man, if you got one of the landmarks, like that almost makes up for all of the money that I would, you know, like if I got one of those and I only bought one bundle for $100. And does it say what the mints of the landmarks are by chance or no?
Like what they're worth?
Yeah, they're mint value.
It doesn't look like it. It just says what they are and where they are at, but
Right.
it doesn't look like it shows.
I mean, typically they're over 7 million UPX value.
Are they?
Most landmarks, I want to say, are at least above 7 million. So I'm sure there might be some that are cheaper. I'm not 100% on it, but most of them are pretty high up there. I mean, there's some crazy ones too that are over. I think one of the biggest ones, like 40 million.
Good God.
Yeah.
That'll send you into what, executive status real quick and in a hurry.
Yeah. I mean, almost halfway to chief executive. I mean, I got to be giving those away for like $100, right?
Well, yeah, you never know.
But
I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe someday, whenever they release the White House, someone's going to become an instant fucking, what is it? Director or what is it?
executive.
Chairman? What's above that?
So yeah, it's chairman, and then I think it's the
Vice chair or something?
I thought it was like chairman of the board.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
can't remember.
It's so far away from my reach that, you know.
If they give away the White House or do some competition for that, can you imagine what the value of that thing would be? That thing's got to be worth at least $100 million.
I would think, you know, if not, you know, more, it would be pretty much priceless, because to own the White House, you know, everybody would want to say that they own the White House, right?
Yes.
So that would be like the most baller status you could have in Upland, next to like maybe owning, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe owning
Buckingham Palace.
yeah, Buckingham Palace or Big Ben, you know,
Yeah.
the
Louvre.
clock. Yeah, the Louvre, that would be huge as well. But I mean, the White House, it's like kind of hands down got to be one of the most iconic buildings in the entire world. You know,
Yeah.
Buckingham Palace, right? Like,
Yeah, or like the Egyptian pyramids or something. If we ever got Egypt, that
that would be dope.
would be fucking nuts. Yeah, it'd be like I'm a pharaoh or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, but properties like that, you know, are going to be worth just a fucking grip, and they're gonna do it eventually. I mean, they're gonna.
Yeah. Well, and especially when you have more of the masses come into this game and more of these players, like people with money like Abdullah, that are coming in, then it's just going to be astronomical, right? Like, because then sky's the limit, so to speak. You could see somebody pay $1 million for a property in Upland one day. I mean,
Right.
it's kind of high in the fucking sky, right? But it could happen.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, back to this. City opening on day 2. Get ready for the classic city opening experience in Miami Beach. If you thrive on the excitement of exploring new cities, scouting prime properties, and engaging in competitive gameplay, this release is made for you. Okay. The city opening for Miami Beach will take place on the 31st, which is Halloween at 9 a.m. It is a fucking trick. Is this like a trick or treat thing? Are they going to trick us and then give us some sort of other treat?
And we're going to be back in Bermuda?
Maybe. Yeah. Fly to Bermuda and then we'll drop you off in Miami Beach.
Right.
Maybe they'll give us 2 cities. Maybe that's the trick. Haha, we tricked you. There's actually 2 cities.
Right.
Now,
There
scramble, pick one.
that would actually be kind of cool because then you'd have no preparation. Nobody would know anything. And just this surprise release over here in left field that like, you know, kind of like how they've released some of the other expansion cities where they just release it without telling anybody.
And then they do like that instant portal thing again, like they did in France. They're like, haha, yeah, like trick or treat. Here's your trick, and then take the portal. You can go right there, so that way you don't have to waste any time. You could choose. Well, you're either going to be in Miami or South Miami Beach or whatever, or this other place like Seattle or something.
Right, another NFL city.
Yeah, another NFL city. That would be cool. They should do that.
Yeah,
Give us a trick or treat.
make it more exciting.
Wait, that would be the greatest thing ever. I'm sure it'd piss somebody off, but I'd be happy about it.
You know, I think they've only ever released 2 cities at the same time, like maybe 2 or 3 times in the entire existence of Upland.
It was Dallas and Arlington.
Rutherford and Kansas City was the very first one.
What was the first one?
Rutherford and Kansas City.
Okay, and then Trenton and Stockton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I don't think they've done any other.
Well, no, they did Paris and Saint Denis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. So there's 4 sets that they've done now.
Yeah.
I think that makes it more exciting, though. Because then
you
you have to choose which one you want to go to, or you can try to make them both.
Mm-hmm. When they did New York, did they open all those boroughs at the same time, or those?
No. So like Manhattan was the first one to open, and that was, I think it goes like San Francisco, Fresno, Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken, or it might go San Francisco, Manhattan, Fresno. I'd have to go back and really look, but when they opened Manhattan, it was just that island of Manhattan that opened.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like 40,000 something properties. But back then, nobody was really playing. And so people were able to just mint them kind of randomly, like all day long. They were able to check out the addresses. There was a lot less tools available. You didn't have the data hubs like UpXLand that we have today. But, and I wasn't even playing the game back then. I've just known players that did, and they'll tell you they were able to just kind of willy-nilly. It wasn't too big of a rush. It took a long time for it to actually I actually think Miami might mint out pretty quick. It's really small number of properties.
Well, let's look to see what it says. You need to drop on it to reach Miami Beach. You'll need to hop on a train from Miami. We'll announce as soon as travel is open, so stay tuned. Mint master badges, that's all pretty standard shit. It's like first one, biggest one, smallest one, most or something.
Yeah. It's almost the same people that get them all the time too.
It's what?
It's generally the same people that get the mint badges, I feel like. Maybe not the first mints, but like the biggest mints, the most mints. Like Dizzy D normally wins those.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just want to get like the smallest one. Give me the smallest one, but I can never really do these because I'm always at work or something.
Right.
Unless they do it on a day that is, a day I don't normally work. But
I mean, if they did it on a Saturday, you got to think that more people would be able to participate.
You would think.
Why wouldn't they want to do that? It's more money for them, essentially.
Yeah, do it on a weekend instead of right in the middle of your fucking week.
Right, like give your team that Friday or Thursday off, and then have them come in Saturday, and then it's a city release. And I
Yeah,
think
give him.
people would dig that, man.
I think you're right. It wouldn't be hard to give him a weekend day off. Just give him Sunday, Monday, or something off. Make him work on Saturday.
Yeah. Just like one day a year, even, or just something to mix it up. I mean,
Right.
Always being during the middle of the week. I mean, a Thursday at 9 a.m., there's not a lot of people, period, that are going to be available at that time. I mean, like, I'm lucky that I basically am, the boss in my office, and I can shut my office door and say I've got a Zoom meeting.
I gotta zoom on over to Miami Beach.
Right? Sitting there just minting them up the whole time while I'm, I got my phone. I've had it to the point to where, like, my phone is blowing up for work, and I know it's somebody that I should be talking to, but I'm like, I just need to mint this one. I just got to go to this street. If I can get one property over here, then I'll answer the phone. It's only going to be 2 minutes. I'll get right back to them.
Right.
I mean, I do got to say, I love city releases, man. There's nothing
The best.
in Upland like them, right? Like, especially, back in the day when you would try to go and mint, and there was that motherfucker that was just getting the one you wanted right before you, and you fell behind him, so he kept minting them in front of you. Like, I mean, man, there are so many times that I almost broke my phone because of Upland and city releases.
Yeah. And now you can be that motherfucker to other people. Yeah, that's who I want to be. I want to be that guy. I want to be that asshole that keeps minting all the properties some other pissant like me currently. I'm like, I just want to mint one fucking property. That's all I can afford, and I just want this one. And then some asshole like you comes along and takes it right from underneath me. I'm gonna have to settle for
It happens.
Bullshit. It does. Happens all the time. It's
It
awesome.
happens to everybody, like,
Yeah.
nobody avoids that. I'm sure Abdullah's even had that happen to him, man. If
No,
he's
Nothing
right.
bad happens to Abdullah.
Yeah,
Abdullah gets whatever Abdullah wants.
yeah, he kind of runs shit, huh?
Some could say he runs everything.
He's the man pulling the strings behind Upland. I could see that.
Yeah,
Like, he's
Abdullah
just
is Upland.
like Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Like, nobody really knows who he is.
No,
Real world, so that could be Abdullah could be the Satoshi of Upland, right?
could very well. Could be your neighbor. You wouldn't even know it. Never seen him. Never heard from him. No clue.
Yeah, three events that have been like major in Vegas events, and this guy's never showed.
The
I know.
biggest player in the game never shows his face on anything.
No.
Doesn't have a social media presence. Does not that I'm aware of anywhere. Doesn't have a footprint there. Doesn't openly do anything in Upland. Has never shown their face or heard their voice that I'm aware of. Does
No.
nothing. Doesn't post anything ever.
So one time they did, this was a couple years back, they had like a big charity auction. And Abdullah, I want to say he spent like 30 G's, in an afternoon, just in this auction. And his whole blurb at the end was like, it was a lot of fun. We did it for the kids. And that was it. Like, you get nothing from this guy.
How do you spell Abdullah?
I think you had it fairly close. Abdullah 86. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's 86 SA or it's SA 86.
Oh,
Yep,
here
there
it
it
is.
is. Let's share.
Let's look. Is there anything on this feed?
Completed construction. I mean, that's kind of insane to see the amount of construction that he can complete. You know,
Yeah.
like
Building
what
a
is
large
that?
factory, a large showroom, large factory, large factory. Does Abdullah make anything?
Not that I know of.
Well, Abdullah is certainly
I mean,
making a fuck ton of large factories.
I was gonna say
Medium
he's
factory, large factory, large factory, large factory, large factory, large factory, another large factory, another large factory. Oh, a townhouse.
That's kind of funny to see.
Medium factory.
That's
Large
crazy.
factory.
But like every hour, he's got like 3 to 4 giant projects finishing.
And these are just in New Orleans. All of these factories are in New Orleans. Like
That's
almost
crazy.
right next to each other.
When you got to wonder, like you're saying, is he just planning on selling these, or is he really going to actually, like, what human being would even have the time to do that, to run that many factories, right? Like between creating all the assets, getting them started, and then placing them once they're done. There's no human being would be able to do that.
Yeah. A fuck ton of apartment buildings, townhouses, more townhouses. But you also, I mean, this is just starting construction, just all these construction. You don't see anything being sold. I mean,
Yeah, no, I've actually seen him put properties up for sale in the Bronx before. I think that's really the only place I've ever seen him have properties for sale. And he typically only does it, like in the past at least, he would do it when there was like a competition where you had to sell X amount of properties. No.
just completed and starting construction nonstop all the time. Like every day. Starting and completing. I mean, now he's got all the fucking sparklet in the world, so.
Right. I mean, but it's kind of crazy to see because last week we saw that Dizzy actually has more sparklet than he does.
Well, I was talking to Swarley about that. He says that site for Dizzy is fucked up. That's not accurate.
Oh, okay. So that's not his actual count.
No.
I would think that would be like, I think we went over last week. It would have been like $500,000 or something. That he had. Which you'd have to be pretty crazy to put $500,000 into Upland, or just rich as fuck.
Or just rich as fuck. Yeah. Maybe I should follow Abdullah. I'm curious now.
He doesn't follow a single person. You know what's
not
bullshit?
One.
Is so everybody follows Miles B Chain, right?
But not Abdullah.
Not Abdullah.
Way to unfollow. He's got 0 things on his feed.
He doesn't
0.
follow a single person. Like, how is he even part of the community?
He's not, obviously. He does not give a fuck, assuming it's a guy, does not give a fuck about what anybody is doing.
Yeah, it's his own.
Again, doesn't post on social media in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't engage on X. From what I've seen, doesn't promote the game at all. Somebody this big has this much money, this much investment. You would think, unless it's some sort of fucking mega celebrity or something, just doesn't want to be known. I don't know, but doesn't follow anybody.
Not even like the community managers, right? You think he'd at least be following like X1 or fucking Durfee and Dawn.
He's got to have one friend.
Right? Nobody.
No friends. All the 884 people follow Abdullah. Follows nobody. Wants nothing. Doesn't want anything on his feed. Doesn't ever look at it. Clearly, why would you? Doesn't ever look at the feed. Doesn't ever look at the following. Does not give a fuck about this chat.
I bet he logs in, collects his money, and that's it. That's all he does all day. Maybe 2-3 times a day he logs in, collects a couple million upics, and calls it a day. I mean, that's just insanity to
Hold
look
on a
at.
second.
4 billion.
This says Genesis 23 level 3.
So that's different. That's not an actual G Week attendee, because the badge for Genesis Week attendees actually says attendee on it.
So it's okay. So what is?
Look at your badges. You'll see.
Okay. You're right. Can I? You only have 6 badges.
Right, and most of those are just from buying passes
Yeah. Well.
and building. So, like, he's obviously going to get that unique structure one.
Right. And then gets all the Genesis Week ones, but doesn't go to any Genesis Weeks. Got the FIFA World Cup badge.
Well, he
And
was
then just buys-
huge in the
So-
FIFA Cup.
What it looks like to me, and this is very strange, somebody who plays this game every single day, but only spends money on the game, doesn't spend UPIX, allegedly, doesn't look like it at least, only because unique structures, then everything else is a USD purchase to get the sizzle season, harvest season, frost season, the Genesis 23 one. That is that for completing activities? What is that? What is that one? Or
Yeah,
are you buying like a pack and it comes with that?
No. There was activities you had to compete in, but it was so minimal. Like, I got one and I barely even did anything. Like, I didn't even realize that I was working for that badge, and I got one.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that hard to do, and you can all see it's like a level 3. So there was different levels. The better you did.
Right. So the cities that Abdullah gives a shit about looks like. Well, these are all the weird ones.
So
San Francisco, Manhattan. What's this one? Queens, Fresno, Brooklyn. Well, how many does he have? Is it in the 200s for collections? Yeah,
He's got
261.
20,000, almost 21,000 properties. So
Yeah, that's a lot.
I want to say he has like 8,000 properties in the Bronx. I think the Bronx is actually one of his largest holdings. And then Los Angeles, I think, would be another. We might even have more properties in LA than he does in the Bronx.
Yeah, it's just real strange. Like, you don't hear anything about this person. They're the biggest player in the game. Even when Upland has something to say, like at Genesis Live, it was just like a message, not even just like a text message. Abdullah couldn't be here, but here's a message that they sent because we gave him this. What was it? What was the thing? The LaSalle Stadium.
Yeah, and he's got like that whole game that people participate in. What is that called? It's like
Track Hero.
Yeah, Track Hero. That's what it is. And so that's all out of the stadium. And I guess they're saying that that's what they're going to try to do with landmarks in the future. And people who own landmarks are going to be able to kind of have those layer 2 projects on them. So I guess essentially he has a layer 2 project in Upland.
Essentially.
Like,
Lots
allegedly.
of football. Well, I'm not even going to scroll through these football legits.
He went ape shit on the legits. Man, people made a
Yeah, it
killing
looks
off.
like. Look at all these fucking mint one. Look at all these fucking moments that he has.
I mean, man, and he probably paid way more for those than you can even. Like, now you can probably buy a lot of those for next to nothing. I mean, other than the mint ones, which obviously, if they're the only one, he's got them.
Okay, so here is the Abdullah Block Explorer Lion King. Okay, that's
He
what
probably-
he shows.
I wonder if we were to look at his Upix Land progress chart, what it looks like. Because he probably
That would be, yeah.
on day one or something.
Why does he have so many of these Carmine Metaskulls?
I don't know. He probably scooped those up for next to nothing. I mean, at one point, I saw those going for like $10.
But why? But why?
So I could kind of understand why. They're the only Block Explorer that's made by an actual legitimate artist in the real world.
These ones are?
Yeah.
These ones in.
So Jackie Sai, he's actually got like artwork hanging in famous.
Oh, I didn't realize that's who that was.
Yeah. And
He bought
was
somebody
big.
else's Block Explorer.
He was big into that. And when they first came out, when you were first getting them, he was paying $1,000 for Block Explorers.
Hey, look at this. A New York City 22 meetup. You could only get this, if I'm not mistaken, by being somewhere in person.
Yeah, but you could also buy them on the second market.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
But you could see if he was the original minter just by going on the blockchain and checking the transactions of it.
That's true.
Like you could actually click on it and see what date he minted that and see if it was around when they did that New York City meetup. Then you got a view on blockchain.
I don't know how to read the blockchain, but I'm fully convinced Abdullah is not a real person. And until somebody proves me otherwise, I'm going to continue to believe. What?
You think he's a multi-accounter?
No, I think it's Upland. I think Upland has made a faux account that they operate and manage, and they call themselves.
Like that would be completely illegal against. Like they could actually get in trouble with the SEC for something like that. Like serious trouble.
Prove me otherwise.
Well, I mean, I can't because nobody even knows who the guy is, right?
Nobody fucking knows. Nobody. Unless you're, again, some celebrity that everybody would probably know.
You know, to be fair, like if he's a real like Saudi prince, like those guys don't really leave their, they're not really traveling outside of Saudi Arabia a whole lot. And especially to go to like an event like an Upland thing, where they would probably need to have security guards all over them. And, like an actual Saudi prince is going to have a fucking entourage with them, like they're, I mean, they're not going to travel anywhere without, having their backup on them and their fucking plane and their harem with them and all that shit,
You make a good point there. You do make a good point. And maybe if that is the case, maybe they don't even speak English. And so when that stuff comes out, it's just translated. And that would be why they don't speak, because we wouldn't understand, probably.
I mean, could be, like if he just speaks Farsi or whatever, whatever languages they're speaking over there. I mean, it really could be, and those people have, and I shouldn't say those people, but the Saudis, they have more money than anybody on this planet. I mean, the amount of wealth that the Saudis have and that's in Saudi Arabia, I mean, it's in the trillions. Like there's a good chance that there are trillionaires in the Saudi royalty, and we just don't know about it because we're not going to have access to that information. And their money is going to be in it's not going to be in like money or in stocks or anything like that.
Right. It's in oil.
Yeah, oil. I mean, gold,
Yeah. So how would we tell?
So where it says block time, I'm fairly certain that was the last transaction. Would have been July 12th, 2022, 6:14:42 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Right.
And then if you scroll down a little, you should be able to see. So Upland issued him this NFT.
Is that what that says?
Yeah. It looks like Upland Tact issued one UNFT SAWWW. Because that's where your arrow is. That's his
And
wallet.
this would show all the transactions. There's only one.
Yeah. So I mean that means that he got this for going to the New York City meetup. Essentially. Like somehow he could have even been there just in like as a Zoom or something and they gave it to him.
I think so.
It is possible.
I guess.
I mean, or he actually was there. I didn't go to the Upland New York meetup, and there was a whole lot of like coverage from it.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, back to the.
But like I said, until somebody proves to me otherwise. What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. You turn back here, and I'm like, okay, fuck all that. Back to the Miami release. But you're saying until somebody proves otherwise, you don't think he's real.
He doesn't exist. Nope, I don't think he's real. I think it's. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is, what Abdullah is, but I don't believe Abdullah is real until somebody proves me otherwise.
Well, maybe one day he'll show himself. And then maybe one day Upland will come out and say, haha, it's been us the whole time.
Wouldn't that be a fucking switcheroo? Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to give shit away because I got my tea baggers. We need to do like a hashtag. So let me, real quick, before I go any further, I need to change this banner. What's the hashtag for today? Happy, tell me.
Let's see here. What would be a good hashtag for the day?
I don't know.
How about beach? Hashtag beach for Miami Beach. That's an easy one.
All right.
Would you like a vulgar one? We could do hashtag bitch. I mean, I whatever you're up for.
Well, I don't want to degrade women.
Well, a bitch is a female dog.
That's true. I did own a fair amount of bitches in my day when I used to own greyhounds. We'll stick with beach for now.
Yeah, probably nicer.
All right, let's do. Where did it go? There we go. Hashtag beach. If you want to win anything at the end of the show, I'm going to give away probably give away like 3 tea baggers, I think, tonight. Because I've been forgetting to do them on my other stream. So hashtag beach. And then at the end of the show, we'll do a little thing and we'll give some shit away. So. All right, there we go. All right, so collection reveal. Similar to the past Paracity release, will only be revealed once they're fully minted out. I do love this idea. I really, actually really like this idea where you have to sell out the neighborhood before it is announced if it's a collection or not. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I 100% agree there, man. It's like because then more people are incentivized to actually mint properties, and the cities sell out a lot faster. I mean, before it's kind of like you just release them, everybody mints the collections, and then the city's done. Well,
yeah, then there are people just flipping automatically, just in hopes. You can still do that, but there's a lot more incentive to keep it and wait.
Yeah,
so, I don't know. I think it's cool as like another layer of gamification, which is neat to me.
Yeah, I think it's also for USD sales. Even
you think it's what for USD sales?
I think it's better for USD sales. Like,
yeah,
people are not as apt to just dump the market. People are actually going to sell. You're able to get over 50% mint especially if you're one of the first people to start selling them for USD.
Yeah, and then if you want to like, start a node or something somewhere, you already got your whole place minted out.
Yeah, right.
Which I think is kind of cool. But
it makes it easier to build, and then you're not, you can reach out to every single person who is a property owner.
Right. Okay, so this will, with announcements made every Thursday for collections minted out the previous week, with the first announcement being Thursday, November 7th. I like that they added that because I think it threw people for a loop the last time they did that. And it was like they announced the first one the same day that it launched because it happened to be on a Thursday, which I thought was weird.
Yeah. And because didn't the last one, wasn't it almost like the last day of the season was when they did the collection reveal, or no?
No, the last one, with Paris, they did it every Thursday. But I believe the minting started on a Thursday is when it launched. And so there were a couple places that minted out on day one. And then they announced that same day that they were a collection.
That's right. And then it took a while.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought that was it threw me off a little bit. I was like, I wasn't expecting him to announce that same day. But
right.
Let's see here.
Because you want to have time to get back over there.
Right. This will continue through the end of harvest season on Monday, November 18th. Any collections not fully minted will be announced. I wonder if the reason they waited so long is so people don't have to wait so long for the season. Because originally the other, I think Paris, what was it? Didn't they release the city like in the beginning of the season, and then you had to wait all 6 weeks or something before you found out if all the collections were this one? They're only going to make you wait. What is it, like 18 days?
Not
a little over 2 weeks.
It's not even like November 7th is. Oh wait, that's the first announcement. Okay, yeah, November 18th. Yeah, you're right. That's like what, close to 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, it's like 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot shorter.
Yeah.
That's an interesting approach. I wonder if they got feedback or something that said, "Hey, you drug that out too long. You should shorten it up."
There were a couple of Thursdays where they didn't even release collections because the cities weren't minted out.
True. Yeah.
So they probably figured they could shorten it, and it really wouldn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, maybe.
But
yeah, I don't know. I like the longer, wait. I didn't mind the 6 weeks. It was cool when it finally got to the end of the season, because I did end up having a collection still after that one was said and done. But I don't know. I didn't mind waiting 6 weeks. I mean, I don't care if I have to wait 2.5 weeks either. But I don't know. I don't think it was a big deal at all.
No, that didn't bother me. I can see how it could bother other people, like because some people just wanna mint it, get that kind of like FOMO, right? The FOMO buys and be able to sell and make quick profit because a week later the collection reveal came out. But I just felt like that kind of like it just made the cities done for in a week, and this will at least. Like you're saying, it drags it on a little bit more. It gives people kind of more of a chance to even speculate, and you're not going to be as apt to just dump things, for a quick profit.
Right, but I think 2.5 weeks is too short, because I mean, like, even if people didn't want to, mint out a whole neighborhood or whatever, you just wait 2.5 weeks and then it'll be out. Which before it was a week. It was like you have your launch, and then you'd have to wait. Or was it 2 weeks?
It's typically a week.
Yeah. Okay. So it was about a week. So what? You wait a week and a half more for this basically the same result. I don't know. I like the 6 weeks. I think it forced people to continue minting.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because you know what though? Like I'm saying, I think there's only going to be like 10,000 properties in Miami Beach. So that's going to sell out.
Right.
I'll be surprised if it actually goes until November 18th without releasing all of the collections.
We'll see. I don't know. I think it's fine, but I like the longer throw than this 2.5 week, but whatever. To each their own. City opening collector's pass. You get a 15% chance to reserve a collection property. That's pretty standard. It's tradable. Souvenirs kept forever. Yada yada. Same shit, different day. Holders of the pass on the snapshot date will receive a specific address. You need to travel and mint. The minting window closes on Monday, November 4th at 9 a.m. After this deadline, any unminted properties become available for public minting. When is the... Did I miss when they're going to do that? When does it go on sale?
I think that's going on sale this week.
Okay.
So, and you know what's confused? Like, it's almost stupid. They're saying we're introducing the city. This is nothing new. How are they introducing anything?
Yeah, you're not introducing a damn thing. Did you
Let's
forget
see that.
you've done this for like every fucking city for about a year now?
Yeah. I think Miami might have actually been the first city that had a pass.
It might be. I think you're right. Maybe they just copy and pasted and forgot to change it.
Well, maybe. Yeah, it's from the Miami. They just added the word beach.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for the date. Beck, Tula. When they're gonna release the passes, and then when it opens up to start minting. Because I see it says it closes. The minting window closes on November 4th. But when does it start? Am I missing that somewhere? Did I?
I think if you scroll back up, it should be. It was. I'm pretty sure it's this week. Oh.
I mean, the city starts October 31st, and then minting closes.
City opening collector's pass.
The minting window closes
No.
on Monday, November 4th at 9 a.m. After that, so you get 4 days to get the pass and then get your property.
I guess so. It doesn't even say like when the snapshot's going to be.
Yeah, it just says holders of the pass on the snapshot date. What day is that? Will receive a specific address in Miami Beach for minting. Players will need to travel. So if we have the city release on the 31st, sometime between the 31st and the 1st, is going to be the snapshot date, and then you're going to have to
look on Upland and see if you can register for the pass. Because I was able to register for the Block Explorer sale. I wonder if they have the pass out yet.
Yeah, I saw that. No.
No, doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, they are leaving out some key details there because I want to know when the fucking snapshot date is, because you're giving us a very small window between when the city releases and the day that all of your passes are going to be no good, which is only 4 days.
Yeah,
Seems like
they've
a
got
small
it.
window. Right.
So
I feel like
before-
maybe this
Monday, right?
Yeah. Monday, November 4th at 9 a.m.
They got to be
After
giving them
they
out
all-
Wednesday or Thursday. I can't imagine they'd be selling them any earlier than that or any
Well,
later than that. I mean,
Thursday is the release of the city.
right? So they got to sell them by then, I would imagine.
Yeah, but then when's the snapshot date? Is it the 1st? Is it the 2nd? And then
Is there more? Is there more info if you scroll down?
maybe. Keep in mind the collection properties will only be revealed once they have been fully minted out. Oh, it says right here.
There it is.
If we just keep fucking scrolling, we'll find it. Okay, registration starts Tuesday, October 29th. So that's tomorrow in the morning. Sale starts on the 30th. There's 1,000 passes or $5. Snapshot is Friday, November 1st, and the minting period November 1st. That's really fast. I feel like that turnaround is much faster than normal, like way faster than normal.
I feel like it is too. But you know what? They've probably gotten some feedback and data that a lot of the people don't even mint the properties. Like
Yeah,
I myself,
I like it. There's
you
no
know,
need to wait.
I did one or two, but I've bought most of the passes just for the passes.
Right. I think this pass looks stupid. This is a boring pass. It looks dumb. It's about as lame as it gets. It's one of the most uninspiring passes I've ever seen. I think it looks like dog shit. Personally.
Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot there, really.
No,
you know?
it's fucking stupid looking.
We've had way cooler passes already.
Yeah, it's not 3D in any way, shape, or form. I mean, other than like if you look at some of the other passes, they look really cool. Like they put some work into it. This looks fucking terrible. Looks really bad. I think this is the worst. Yeah. This is the worst pass I've ever seen.
I can agree.
So, Upland, do better because this looks like garbage.
Are you still going to buy one though?
Yes, of course I'm going to buy one. I'm not an idiot.
So Upland's like, we don't give a fuck. Right?
Yeah, who cares? We'll save money on the.
We don't care. You're still going to give us.
What is this car? Is this a new car they're going to release?
No, I have one of those. It's like a 4R.
This is a 4R?
Yeah, I have that exact color, everything.
Why is this here? Why would they put this car on the pass next to a palm tree and a fucking shitter? I mean, really?
It does. You know, like it looks more like a shitter than it looks like a lifeguard station. Like they're trying to make
100%. It's yeah. Is that maybe they really had to go? They pulled over, wanted to go take a shit, and fucking move on.
You know what's funny is I actually have a shitter like that on my property, like with the moon carved in the top and everything.
Dude,
it's not we don't use it or anything.
Why?
Now it's more like a storage shed, but you know
where you store all your shit.
Yeah, that's where we store all our shit.
Yeah, that's a stupid pass. That's a shitty pass.
Yeah, with a shit house.
Yeah. All right, Miami Beach sweetener sale. I do love me a sweetener sale, not gonna lie. With special block explorer sweetener sale, players will receive 30,000 UPIX in one of Miami Beach's themed block explorers. You got a pool party with a pink flamingo. Don't hate this one. Sunset palm shirt. I kind of like this one. This arm looks kind of weird though. What's going on here?
Oh, that is a little strange. Is it supposed to be a cuff?
It kind of looks like it's supposed to be a cup, but this one doesn't look like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like all blocked up. Just funny looking.
Yeah.
Collar's kind of strange too.
A little bit. Yeah.
It's cool. Like that one's, I don't know, the towers are a little plain.
Yeah, the Ocean Watchtower and then the Cotton Candy Watchtower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I gotta say, I appreciate that they have cut the mints down on a lot of these, you know, to where, I mean, 50 of each, that makes it a lot more exclusive than putting out, you know, two of them at 200 each or whatever. You know, this will make them a lot more collectible.
Right. Yeah, but, I mean, I don't hate these. They're not the coolest thing I've ever seen, but, you know, whatever. They're okay. I think I like this pool party one the most, though, with the little flamingo thing.
Yeah.
Stop. My phone is.
You know, I wonder if they're gonna do another like burn competition with these. Like that would be kind of cool. That would add a little bit more to them then.
My daughter is harassing me. Hold on one second.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm gonna grab a soda real quick.
Freaking kids. Always bugging me. She knows what I'm doing. She knows.
Right.
Sorry, I wasn't able to pay attention to what the hell you were saying because my daughter was blowing my phone up.
Oh, it's all good. I was just saying they should do another burn event with these.
Yeah.
And like add something in there, and then that also goes along with the gamified earnings, and it gives people another chance to burn something else, and even limits the additions of them further. I mean, one thing that I do like is for me at least, there's no point in actually buying the $30 bundle when more than likely I'll be able to just buy one for like 30K UPX right in the beginning. And then somebody basically doubles their money.
Maybe. I forgot to do this earlier. All right. 3 entrants. Yeah, I do. I'm with you. I like the smaller mints. Makes it a lot more exclusive. Makes it more fun. Makes it worth putting in your shop if you want to sell it.
Yeah.
Whereas,
100%.
Or if everybody and mother has one, why would anybody want to visit a shop to go get something that anybody could get anywhere?
Right. I mean, and that was cool what they did with the Halloween Block Explorers, because the zombies, the pumpkin kid, and what was the other one? The creepy kid. Like, those sucked, period. And there was over 2,000 of each one of those.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I mean, and the fact that you couldn't even sell them for less than $5, and then you got people selling them for like 3,000-4,000 UPX. So anybody even trying to get $5 is just shit out of luck.
Right.
Like, you're never going to sell that stuff. And so I feel like what they did this year, and I had a feeling they were going to do that, because it just made sense. That I wonder what we're down to now. How many total Block Explorers got burned?
Because they burned, I think it's like over 2,000 of them. We can look in a little bit.
Yeah. If we can see that would be cool.
I have one of them still in the shop, but we'll talk about that in a little bit too. Okay, I should probably get through this. We've spent an hour and 12 minutes talking about this fucking release. Just breaking it apart.
We even got through
it. Miami and Miami Beach train terminal sale. Nobody gives a fuck. Somebody's going to get one. They're too expensive and nobody uses them. We're going to breeze past that. They need to restructure this whole terminal pass sale, because with the personal transportation, it's too much money to spend $475 on a terminal that probably a lot of people aren't going to use because they can just travel there by car.
Well, right. And that's kind of like, unless you're in like a tier 1 city, train terminals are a little bit, I think they should price it by the city tier.
Yeah.
So you're getting a tier 2 city, you shouldn't be paying the same price as a tier 1. You can go $475 for a tier 1, $375 for a tier 2, and so on and so forth. I think that would be a better idea than every one of them's the same. Because if you have like a Fresno terminal, nobody fucking wants that shit. And those people need this.
And nobody is going to Fresno.
No. I wonder. There's got to be some people still going to Fresno for the shops.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You can just drive there in your car.
Yeah. Again, I guess you're right. There's no point, especially when the travel times are about the same.
Right.
It's really not that much different.
Yeah, I just don't see anybody getting their money's worth out of owning a terminal, because you don't see a lot of those moving.
No, I have a Washington D.C. train terminal, and I have a Washington D.C. airport. It was $475.
But how much do you get out of it? Would you say it's worth it?
Like the monthly rent that I get out of it, I want to say on average, I'm getting 4 to 5 visitors for the train station a day. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. It also depends on events and stuff. So, and I have it set at the lowest, so it's 25. So I'm making like 100 UPX a day off of it, so like 3,000 UPX a month, plus the monthly income off of it. So it's like 10K a month from that one property.
That's a train terminal?
Yeah, and then I also get like a share of the UPX proceeds, and so that's like 2 to 3K a month. So I mean, that one terminal brings me around probably 13,000 UPX a month.
Okay. Well, maybe. Well, okay. So if we translate that, say we'll just say UpX is worth $1. One UpX is worth $1, or no, sorry, 1,000 UpX is worth $1. And so you're getting $13 a month, roughly.
Right.
How many months?
75
What?
out of 475.
Yeah. How many months before you break even on that?
Let's see here.
I feel
Like
it's-
36 months, like 3.5 years, basically.
So you gotta own that fucking thing for 3.5 years before you just break even.
Yeah. And you know what, though? Like, on average, I think a standard property not in a collection is going to take you 5 years plus to pay off.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a boost. And then plus, there's also kind of a status thing with having a terminal. Like, not
True.
everybody has one.
You've changed my mind. You've changed my mind. Okay. Look, if you're looking long term in Upland and you think Upland's sticking around for the long haul, 3.5 years is a drop in a bucket compared to what you think this could be. So after 3.5 years, it's paid for itself, and then you're just theoretically going to even make even more money with more players using those terminals. Yeah, okay.
And plus, you got a lot of bargaining power. If I ever wanted to trade up for something, I mean, that's always going to have value in a trade. You know,
True.
like, or especially UpX. I mean, I could probably get easily 1 million UpX for it. You know, like if I were to put it for 1 million, it would probably sell fairly quick. So there's value in them, but you know, here's what I find with Upland is you're not going to get your USD value for quite some time. You've got to really build up your UpX value, build up your monthly earnings before you even start worrying about pulling money out of the game.
Right.
You know, like it's just too much of a long-term strategy type game to think that you can just come in, start flipping shit, and making money right away. Now, if you're a fucking property sniper, sure, you could come in and start making money from day one. You know, but us regular people, you've got to work for it.
True that. Where are your terminals at? What city?
Both of them are in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a pretty good city.
I actually got lucky. I was I minted them both. So like I was I think 8th in line or something for the airplane terminal, and like 20th or 19th or 20th in line for the train terminal. And then I got them both. And I was like, it was kind of crazy, man, because dropping, you know, almost $1,700 on Upland in a day was not easy to justify. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, man? Like I didn't even tell my wife about that. And I'm like, God, does she listen? Like, I paid it all off at this point, but I threw it on a credit card because I was kind of like, you know what? The opportunity to mint them both just isn't going to happen again.
Right. You got to carp the diem.
Yeah. And so, I mean, at this point, I've paid them all off, and it would be really hard for me to let them go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you sacrifice your marriage in hopes that you can get this fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, hey, I can still afford to paint our house this summer, so she doesn't have any room to talk. I came up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. She wouldn't give a shit because I paid it off, you know. Like, but if I had told her that day that I just dropped $1,700 on Upland, like, I could see we would have had problems.
Does your wife play Upland at all?
She just yelled, "What?" Yeah, baby. I'm just kidding. Like back in April,
Good luck.
I got caught.
Well,
I paid it all off, babe.
yeah. Just tell her you're paying the house with the money you've made off the terminal.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's in about 2 more years, it'll pay itself off, maybe.
Hey, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Well, you gotta go lick your wounds. All right, I'm just gonna keep talking about this. Miami Beach details. Yep. Oh wait, are Are we done? Oh, no. Okay, get ready for the highly anticipated launch of Miami Beach. To help you make the most of this vibrant new city, we've included a map with all the essential information you'll need. Review the details carefully so you'll be fully prepared to explore, strategize, and claim your piece of Miami Beach and Upland. We're going to open 100% of the city. It's going to be 2140. Airport, no. Train terminal, yes. Collections, 12. 10,000 properties, roughly. Total neighborhood, 14. Any cool neighborhood names that really stick out to me?
I'm gonna have a list of things to buy for my house now.
Did you get a lashing?
A little bit. It's not terrible. Because you know what? I actually did use a lot of I sold a bunch of XRP to buy that. So I was able to, that's how I paid for it. Put it on my credit card. I sold some XRP, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Yep, that's exactly what you did. You used free internet money.
That's right. Magical free internet money.
Yep. I'm looking at these neighborhoods, see if there's any cool ones out there that sound neat. But nothing's really sticking out to me. That maybe Sunset Island, that one sounds cool.
I like Millionaires Row.
Ooh, yeah, I've just now seen that. That one's cool too. That's like a baller fucking neighborhood right there.
Yeah, that you gotta believe that one will sell out quick no matter what.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah, right.
10% FSA. It's a tier 2 city. No future expansions. Minimum price. I do like that. Well, this is going to be FSA price. $1,240. That's relatively cheap. Average is $47,000. Max price. The most expensive property is just a hair over $1 million UPIX, which isn't that much, surprisingly.
That's not bad. I mean, that's not much different than what Paris was.
Paris is way more expensive than this, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because I didn't even go to Paris. I went to Saint Denis, and that was way cheaper.
Yeah, Saint Denis was a lot cheaper.
Go
We
ahead.
got a couple Launchpad properties, which is fun, I guess. Fuck it. Landmarks. You got some name I can't say. Casa Casarina. Fontainebleau. The Bass Museum of Art. And then the Fillmore Miami Beach. Cool.
Yeah, dope.
Where is Millionaires Row? Here it is.
Right.
It's this, must be this little section right here.
There's probably not going to be a whole lot of properties there.
I can't imagine, no. Where is South Normandy Isle? This one looks like a dick. Look at this phallic looking little section.
It's even kind of got the cap on there, man.
I want that one now. That's gonna be my bitch right there.
Want that Biscayne point?
Yeah, you know I want that point. Wow. Yeah. Oh, there's Sunset Islands. That looks kind of cool.
Do you ever do like you ever look at Assassins, their Discord, and check their city research?
I've never done it.
Oh no?
I've heard. I've just never done it.
So what do you do? Do you at least Google like famous streets and stuff like that, or you just mint?
Just free ball it, man. I just go in there. Look, I bet I have no better luck if I knew what I was. In fact, if I knew more, I would just get pissed off I couldn't get there.
Yeah,
I would go to the spot and I'd be like, fuck, I tried to get the thing I wanted. I get fucked over by someone like you. And then I end up getting nothing, or I get priced out because I could only afford a few of them. And so then I try to go to the place where I can afford. And now all the good ones that I would have taken normally are gone. And so I just look there and I'm like, well, I'm no better off than if I would have showed up after work. I took a break for nothing.
and at least you can kind of, pick and choose, like you're saying, you know, and you don't have expectations either.
Yeah.
It's just kind of luck of the draw, you know, and I've actually started doing that way more because I used to do a lot of research and I would
Makes it more fun.
It's super easy too because you don't even have to look at the guides, nothing. You can just Google famous streets in Miami Beach.
Yeah,
And-
sometimes I'll do that and just
Yeah.
come up with shit on my own.
Yeah, you know, and then you'll get at least like top 5 streets, top 5 neighborhoods, and you try to get at least 1 or 2 in those areas. You know, like that's what I've tried to do at the very least. Like generally, I don't even go for streets anymore because I just feel like that's just going to be super frustrating. Like
Yeah, oh, for sure.
you know, like I'm gonna fucking be the guy who's like I was saying earlier. I go to mint it, it looks like it's good to go, and then it shows that somebody else is minting it. And then in that time, I try to get to the next one, and then motherfucker got that one again. And it's just, you know, you're getting leapfrogged. And then you get stuck and you waste all your fucking sins and you
Yep.
throw your phone in a fit of rage.
Right. Versus where I could just find fun names that I think are neat or find fucking dicks on
Right.
South Miami. And so that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to own something on Biscayne Point, hopefully the tip, and I'm going to drive that baby home.
You know what, man? When so that was kind of one thing that I found interesting at Genesis Week was so many of the people that I talked to, that was how they just played the game. They just minted what they liked. It was like, you know, oh, I like this city, or I like the name of this street, or I like the shape of this property. Like
Yeah.
people weren't like, you know, just collections or just
Yeah, they're not trophy hunting.
exactly. Like people actually were playing the game because they thought it was fun and they just wanted to own, you know, something in Vegas that had a funny name
Yeah.
or whatever, you know.
Bermuda was great for that. Bermuda had all kinds of weird ass names for their streets and whatnot. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, you know, and it makes it at least makes it fun. And if you think that it's cool, I mean, there's a good chance somebody else out there is going to think it's cool too,
Yeah,
and that's who you might be able to sell the property to in the future.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when I buy my dick property, I'm gonna say, hey, come, you know, buy a Shaft Avenue with me. or
Come and
something.
ride the pole.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a Mushroom Head property on Biscayne Point. Right. I live on the tip. You live on the scrote. I get all the fun. You get nothing.
I mean, it'd be perfect if you got one on each ball and then right at the tip, right?
Yes, here, and here.
Right. That is like prime real estate right there.
Yeah, you get the trifecta, and then
Yeah, and then
you know if you could string in some veins here, that would be great too.
or you could kind of just go for the little tampon over on the side next to it there.
Oh, this guy right here.
Yeah,
Yeah. You could go that way.
you can go that route. I mean, you know, like I think it's going to sell out pretty fast though. 10,000
I
properties.
think so too. Yeah.
And then, you know, and then that's our city release for this season. Didn't they do another expansion recently?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the expansions because I think expansions are shit. But what do I know? I'm not too excited about this release either. Like, I don't know. We already have a Miami one. Now we're gonna have a South Miami. Whatever. It's fine. Or Miami Beach. It's whatever. But I'm not like, oh, this is exciting. It's not really a new location.
You know what's funny is they're almost ripping us off, right? Because like you're saying, we already have Miami. And isn't Miami a tier 3 city? And they're just going to give you Miami Beach, the sub city over here, this neighborhood almost of.
Yeah.
Because aren't they basically the same? Isn't
Miami
Miami
right next to each other? They're like they're connected.
right?
This is Miami right here. This
Right.
is Miami Beach.
So you're going to have to take a train from there to there, right?
It's an expansion, but they're calling it a new city.
Exactly.
I don't know how
Yeah.
Miami and Miami Beach are two separate fucking places. because
I mean, it's almost like
thing to me.
Like the way they've done New York, like they are still separate, but I guess you could almost say it's like a borough in that aspect.
Yeah,
right?
well, they got 5 boroughs. That's very well known. That's a big thing for them.
Right. Where Miami,
all New York,
Miami Beach are the same fucking. It's all Miami. Like
Yeah.
if you go there, nobody's like, "Oh, I live on Miami Beach," not on Miami, or do they?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm sure Miami Beach is more exclusive than Miami, but I don't
But
know.
to be completely different city tiers is kind of almost where it's like throwing me, right? Like because Miami's
like they might just be trying to do the New York thing with Miami, but it doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, and I can see where a lot of people might not be very excited about it. Like, give us something new, right? Like, how about a Northwest fucking Oregon city like Portland, or give us Seattle?
Yeah.
I mean, give
I hate
us
Seattle, but I'd rather have Seattle's more likely. Portland would be like a starter city, or maybe a fucking hobo city. I don't know.
Yeah, Portland's pretty bad now, man. From what I've heard, it's even worse than San Francisco, and that's saying something right there.
Portland's a fucking mess. Yeah, it's gross. But as far as I know, we don't have apps that track where people have taken dumps on the street yet. Not like San Francisco.
Man, the very first day I worked in San Francisco, I stepped in a fucking pile of human shit. It was so fucking gross.
That's awesome.
So I was working with my brother, and we were doing like my brother works in HVAC, and I was working with him, and so we went to this place to go check out a fucking ice machine or whatever, and there was no shit on the ground when we went inside the building. So basically, somebody had come up and used the plumbing truck as like cover, because it's kind of a big van. So the dude took a fucking shit and right next to my door, and I walked up just thinking I was getting in the car, and I just stepped down, and as soon as I stepped down, I was like, oh fuck, don't tell me that's
Did you have a patch of grass anywhere you could go wipe that off on, or what?
Not really. You're in the city, so it was like, so we took
well, I don't know about your city, but my cities have fucking grass.
Well, this didn't really have any grass. This was all sidewalk. We were in an alley, basically. So there's no grass, nothing like that. This is San Francisco. So, I mean, there's not just like grass everywhere out there. And so luckily we had like a pump sprayer, because, you use that in fucking HVAC for cleaning shit. So I was able to just blow them off with the pump sprayer. But it was just fucking gross, man. Like there's no worse feeling than stepping in a pile of human shit. Like, it's bad for everybody. Like the dude who took the shit, that couldn't have been a good shit, right? Leaning back up against an HVAC truck. Like, it sucks for everybody.
Was it fresh? Did he just do it?
Yes. Like I said, the motherfucker leaned up against the truck while we were inside and took a shit.
Oh my god, that seems purposeful. Like I'm gonna get these motherfuckers. They're in my dumping spot.
It was intentional, but I don't think he was intentionally meaning that I step in the shit. Like, I didn't know him, right? So I can't take it personal. But I mean, man, you don't get that. You don't get fucking, that. When I go out on my property that's in gold country, out in the country, I'm not worried ever about stepping in human shit. But if I go into the Mission District, I'm fucking scared as fuck. I'm going to step into some human shit. It's all over the place. One day I came out, and the office that I used to work at, it was right on 15th Street in the Mission District. I actually own the building in San Francisco, in Upland, that I used to work with. And I come downstairs, and somebody had shit all over somebody's car windshield. Like, they basically got up on the hood of the car and blasted the windshield. And we had it on video at the fucking office, because it was right.
It male or female?
It was a fucking it was a crackhead lady. It was a chick, and I don't know what it
knew
was.
It had to be a woman.
But this fucking dude, like, he pulled up and she got out of the car and she's screaming at him, and just was like, fuck you, da, 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 and got up and just,
Oh,
like, you just don't see that, you know. Like my brother was telling me a story the other day. He was like, man, I sat down to eat some lunch and I looked across the street and somehow I just caught eyes with this crackhead as she was taking a shit right in the middle of the fucking road. Like,
I've done that before. Driving to work. It was probably about a year ago now. I was just driving through downtown Salem, and I look over and I see this homeless lady. It's like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning or something. It's fucking cold. It's like in the winter. And I look over and she doesn't have any pants on. And I was like, well, that's weird. I thought she was wearing like flesh colored like spandex or something. And the closer I get, I realize, oh my gosh, she's not wearing anything. And then she's just like popping a squat, going to town, but it's not what she was doing. She was taking a piss or a shit. I stopped looking as soon as I realized what I was looking at. I was like, oh Lord. And this is like, you know, the homeless people, she was a big lady. And there was a lot going on there. Most unpleasant.
No, man. And you know, in all reality, it's actually really sad, right? Like the fact that any human being actually lives that way, you know, and I mean, it just more goes to show what a mental health problem we have in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, more than anything, you know, there a lot of these people just can't even get help where it's not available. And, you know, the streets,
in some cases, but in other cases, they can get the help. They do get the help, and they choose not to take the help, or they take the help and then they sell that for drugs.
Well, right. I mean, and that's where the drug issue kind of comes into place as well, right? Like, because you've got pandemic fucking homelessness and like basically like a fentanyl pandemic going on.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's sick, because if you're already mentally ill, you're going to start getting hooked on that shit, and it's just going to be even worse. I mean, man, that's another thing. Like, so like the company I work for, we do the way we sell advertising is we own all of those brochure displays that you see in hotels, and so we like sell the advertising for those. Well, we sell the ad spaces. So if you have a brochure, you want it to be distributed in all the hotels in San Francisco, you pay us. Our team of drivers goes out and puts them in all the displays. And so we have a bunch of them that were in the Tenderloin, which is like really, really bad neighborhood. And I told my drivers, like, hey, just get everything out of there. There's no tourists there. There's no reason for us to be there. And as he's like taking them out, he's like basically getting fucking mugged by these homeless fucking people. And then you've got the group of people that are next to him. They're like slumped over, can't even fucking move to save their life. Like, it's just so fucking bad out, you know, like, I don't know, man. I could go on, and I kind of have, so we can move on.
Yeah, I know. I can commiserate with you. You know, living, I think Swarley made a comment like, oh, you make it so convincing to want to come visit. But I think what's wild is that you live in one of the most extreme cities of just where this problem exists. And I live 45 minutes away from, maybe they're very close as far as like which one's better or worse than the other. Portland's really bad. San Francisco's really bad with the homeless and the shit and this massive problem that we're talking about. It just so happens we both live very close to the two worst cities in probably the nation for this specific problem. If you were to live in fucking Nebraska or something, this is not a problem, probably. At least not to this extent.
No,
definitely not in Texas.
Well, and it's because our cities kind of pander to homelessness. You know what I mean? Like, they almost promote it. In San Francisco, tents to people to live in on the street. Like, to me, that's inhumane. Nobody should be living on the sidewalk.
Yeah, no, I agree. It doesn't help. and this is, I'm not taking a political stance here, but we both live in very liberal states,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that's a coincidence. Maybe it is, but you don't see a whole lot of this sort of situation, at least not to this extent, in more conservative states. You just don't.
No.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
not taking a stance, just making an observation.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. Right? So should we get back to Miami?
Well, yeah. So Miami's fucking done. I might give a shit about that. I don't know. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over whether or not I want to participate in Miami Beach or not. I will definitely spend my 69 million or 69,000 UPIX there in some shape or form. But I probably won't be available to do a bunch of like city release shit. I'll just have to do it after work or something. I'm sure there'll be plenty of places available for me to mint within my price range.
You'll be able to buy the bundles at the very least.
Maybe.
If
Yeah.
somehow it sells out. I almost hope it sells out for Upland's sake, because
Yeah.
10,000 properties really is not that much,
Mm-mm.
especially when you consider how large some of our other city releases have been, and
Right.
how much minting has actually taken place within like an hour period.
Right.
I mean, the Bronx was insane. That had to have been by far the craziest city release out of all of them.
Why?
So 80,000 properties minted in like less than 2 days. FSAs.
Oh, that's pretty fucking. That is kind of nuts. We don't. We haven't seen those numbers like that in a long time.
No, and even LA was probably pretty fucking insane. Like first day, I think there was at least 50,000 properties minted.
Yeah, it didn't even make a dent.
Right. And so if we don't sell out 10,000 properties and only 10% of them, only 1,000 properties are FSA, I mean, it will kind of signal a lack of demand.
Right.
But I got a feeling it's going to sell out pretty fast.
What up, Vape? What does Angry say? If hunting hadn't been hit so hard with changes, this would be an awesome T2 hunting city.
Fuck yeah, I agree.
Yeah, dude, this would be super sick. You're really only going one direction. Well, two.
And it's small. So, I mean, like, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bouncing around. That's like a Rutherford tier 2.
Hey, maybe this can, rejuvenate the fucking hunting. Let's go hunt fucking the whole city, because it's a whole fucking city.
Right.
That's it. Not an extension or an expansion of Miami. It's just Miami Beach all by itself. 10,000 properties, basically in a straight line. That would be pretty hard not to get your fucking treasures.
Yeah. Yeah, especially tier 2. I mean, and to be,
Yeah.
you could probably own 50 properties and have a really good standard web hunt, like standard web. Maybe even less.
I think you could, yeah. Is it all the way? Yeah, I mean, let me bring this back up for half a second. Now that we're talking about it, I mean, it's just, here's Miami over here. Here's Miami Beach.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you're not going too fucking far. This would be a probably really killer city to fucking treasure hunt in. You're not fucking this up.
No. It would be so
Oh my
easy.
God,
Like
it just gets
you wouldn't even
better
need that many
for this.
properties. You could use regular sends to other people's properties. I bet you know what, man?
Yeah.
Like this actually could end up being a decent city. I mean, all things kind of aside.
Yeah. This is my dick property. I'm gonna try to mint over here
Right here on the
on
tip.
Biscayne Point. Yeah, this is my number one location. This is where I'm gonna mint right here, around the tip. Why did they make this look so much like a dick?
It's got to look like that in
For
real
real,
life. Check out. Can you look at like Google Earth and see what it looks like there?
Sure.
I want to see how close it really is.
Oh, I should
Or
just
if I just wanted to draw some dicks.
What'd you say?
So I don't want to see how close it really is to real life, or if Upland just wanted to draw some dicks in there.
Swarley, it doesn't have to be dead. We can bring treasure hunting back. We can make treasure hunting great again.
Oh, you know what? Can't you treasure hunt on web again?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you can.
I mean, I think.
All right, here's the world. This can go away.
Like, I think competitive treasure hunting is kind of dead. Like, and you're probably not gonna be one of the greatest. Hey, look at that!
It still looks like a dick, dude.
It is. Look at all the houses on there too. Check that out.
Yeah, look at all these things. Wow. I bet there's some good
That
fishing
actually
right
might
there.
have enough properties
boats.
to. Oh, is that all boats? I think you're right. Where is that houses? Those look like swimming pools.
Yeah, they do. They are.
Yeah, look,
Those
there's
are swimming
bars.
pools. Yeah. And then you just jump out of your swimming pool and go into your speedboat and go visit your neighbor and jump in their fucking pool. And hopefully you don't
Yeah,
get.
that'll be for when Upland, releases boats.
That would be a crazy way to live. Yeah, boats and hoes.
That would be pretty sweet with your private plane.
Yeah, but it still looks like a dick, which is great.
It does. They did it. They did it exactly. That's one thing. Upland does
Yeah.
stay pretty fucking true to the maps. Like there's very few discrepancies.
Yeah. You got
Large
Beach for Days down here. Allison Park.
Allison Island.
What is this? Is this a golf course? It is.
Yeah, definitely.
Right in the middle of their. Where's that out on here? Let's look that up. So that is
Right there.
this. Yeah.
It'll probably be
That
properties
might be kind
around
of a
it.
cool thing to have around the golf course. Yeah, there's a bunch.
I mean, it looks like it's mainly houses.
Lakes in there. Yeah. Bunch of rich ass motherfuckers. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Bunch of docks. Where the hell is Florida International University? Yeah. Anyway, well, that's cool. That's south or Miami Beach, I should say. I don't know why I keep trying to say south, but yeah, cool. Yeah, I always want what I can't have, I guess. Oh, look at that.
Why is that?
Swirly drumming up some business over here in the chats. Okay, what's next here? What do we got? We're gonna be pushing here 2 hours. Anything else going to Upland we need to talk about? I feel like
I don't know. Sparklet actually is probably doing pretty good right now.
you
I
want to
know
do a little
Bitcoin-
Sparklet minute or whatever.
Over $71,000.
No shit.
Yeah, Bitcoin was like last I checked. I haven't checked since we started talking, but it was like 71 just a minute ago. Let's see.
Here, take your time and do a little crypto minute.
Yeah, here I'll share my screen.
Yeah, don't forget to hashtag beach to win. I think Scory 23 is going to give away a red bench, and then I'm going to give away 3. 1, 2, 3. Teabaggers. Okay, add to stage. All right, tell us, what are we looking at here?
All right, so this is basically Sparklet, and this is like a 4-hour chart. And right now, Sparklet is 0.059183.
Okay.
So just under cents per Spark. And if you look, I mean, really, we have had quite a nice liftoff in the last couple of days, like since the weekend. Yeah. So this is last Monday. So this is a week ago, right here. This was basically when we were last week when we had our podcast. And then 2 days later, big pump. We're looking at.
So we pumped Sparklet up, is what you're saying. We had the neutral zone, and then right after that, we had a big pump. For some reason,
and we're up almost 15% from last week.
Okay.
So not bad. Kind of running into like some resistance over here, where like this is kind of what you would call supply, where you potentially have a lot of unfilled orders from large holders. But I mean, and a lot of this stuff is kind of irrelevant. Like when an asset like Sparklet is super new, you're not going to really be able to rely so much on like technical analysis, but from like the indicators that are here, it looks pretty good. Like we've got good momentum. This green line and white line, kind of where my pointer is, this is called a RSI. And that's like kind of just, it kind of tells you like the strength of the asset. And if it's above this white line, it's bullish. If it's below the white line, it's bearish. So right now we're clicking up. This green line is kind of like when you hit your bullish zone. And so we're not even there yet. So I actually think we got a lot of room to move. And my next major target, I want to say, is right about here. I'm calling 70.077 cents.
So
that's
cents?
Sorry, 0.07.
Yeah.
0.07.
So 7 cents.
Yeah, so 7.7 cents or 0.077 cents. There we go. I think I got it right there.
Yeah.
And so from here, that would be like almost a 20% gain. Or no, that would be a 30% gain from here. So that's not bad.
Explain what a cup and handle chart is?
Well, so I mean, this is pretty much like a cup and handle here, right? You've got
Charlie made a comment here that said cup and handle. I'm assuming he meant to say chart, but he wrote cup and handle chat.
Well, it's like a chart. So cup and handle is a chart pattern. And so like that's basically what this is, right? So you get kind of a cup that forms. You got your sell off and then your buyback, and that forms your cup. And then the handle is kind of like where it dances around from here. And typically it's a bullish pattern that's going to break up.
Okay. So that would be something that you're looking for typically as kind of like an indicator to say, hey, I think the market for this coin or this asset is going to make a move when you start seeing these cup and handles potentially.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just one pattern. There's a lot of them out there. Like you could almost say,
but it's something positive. You see that and you're like, okay, it could be making a move or getting ready to make a move.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And basically the pattern's kind of telling you like what the market's doing, what the fear and greed in the market level kind of is, right? Because that's really all this is the fear and greed of buyers and sellers in the market.
Right.
And like, so this is a daily chart, which means every one of these candles represents 1 day of trading. So I mean, this took a couple of weeks almost to form this chart, right? And you wouldn't know this pattern really up until like this candle right here, and these ones started to form. Like last week, people probably thought we were going to be coming all the way down to like 4.5 or 0.045, maybe even lower.
Right.
Especially with everything. Now, what I'm wondering is if this is representing the spark sales that are going on in the game, or if this is
we have
does Farley know?
Jimmy Rizzo is joining. I'm going to add him to our chat. Jimmy, you want on here? I see that you joined us, so I'm gonna pop you on. What's up?
Hi there, sir.
How are you?
I think it's nice of you two to let me up, because maybe when you're sitting in the room and talking down to people, and maybe when you give me a chance to come on and talk, that's nice, Not,
Yeah,
so.
man, that's what we're about. You want to jump on and hang out? By all means.
Yeah, my brother. I guess I'm hanging out. I guess I'm going to roll a cigarette, and that's it, really, sir. If you would like the conversation to keep going,
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Happy. What were you saying again?
Oh, well, I more or less just kind of saying like a lot of times patterns don't present themselves for for
What is that, sir?
sometimes.
I guess maybe having a YouTube channel, and which I have, I discarded my YouTube channel a few years ago. But what I hear to say really is maybe people talking down to people in the chat room, and the people in the chat room can't maybe come on here, like you just done to me tonight, and maybe have an opinion, have a voice. So I do appreciate that in a way, and that's all really.
Yeah, I'm happy to have anybody jump on that wants to. So
Yeah, that's good. Really.
thanks for popping in.
No, it's nice.
And that's it. Thank you for popping in. Maybe didn't hang around on YouTube, because YouTube, you can't make anything from YouTube. YouTube is just a guess on what you can do, make money from. YouTube is nothing. Maybe you go with a kick, and maybe you got more of a chance to make some cash and make some money.
Oh, I'm not necessarily worried about that. I just want to get on here and have fun. It's about having fun for me.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. It's about having
I think at this point,
friends, having a good drink, and having a good conversation.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I'm a little intoxicated, which I do agree. And I guess it's my bedtime soon. And yes. And by the way, the gem of the bed, I love you, son. You look like a lovely guy. And it's nearly past my bedtime soon. Over here in England, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting late out there, isn't it?
actually,
May I
it's
ask
getting
you
early.
a question? Yeah, can maybe ask the gentleman the question at the top of the room? If you
Sure.
could give you if you could ask your younger self a question, what question would you like to ask your younger self?
What would I like to ask my younger self?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Happy, do you have an
That's
answer?
a nice question to ask, That's sort of weird in a way. And like today is 2024,
Yeah.
I was born in 1963, see, and you only imagine the things I went through in the 1980s, the 90s, and all that, But I guess maybe the question can be, sometimes your father and your mother try to make you to be a nice gentleman and grow up to be maybe a nice person in life, And I guess maybe as you grow up, and which I have done, we all try not to be like our father, but yet we turn out to be the same as what your father turned out to be. And I think that's weird.
I hope not. I hope I don't turn out like my dad. He's a douche.
And that's not really a very nice thing to say when that's your parent, you know?
No, but when your parent's a shithead, it's probably the nicer thing I could say about him at the moment.
Well,
But
maybe I suggest to you that maybe if your parents never had you, you wouldn't be here in the first place. So maybe you can't say that, you know?
That's true. I mean, yeah.
Have
Some-
love towards your parents, no matter what they did.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would love to do that, but I don't know if I can. Are you wearing? Hold on.
No. It's nice to meet you both, and it's nice to give you both, and it's nice to maybe give me a chance to come and talk on a microphone. Even though I'm a little intoxicated, you two guys seem to be fair, and it's nice to meet you both. Okay? Have a nice day.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy Rizzo.
All right. I think he
Well,
was wearing a
that's cool.
Patrick Mahomes jersey. I wanted to
Was
ask
he?
him about it. It looked like it. I wanted to ask him about it, but he didn't want me. He didn't want me to ask him. That's okay. Or maybe he's in the NFLPA. I don't know.
Is he an upland player?
You know, I don't know.
We didn't even get to ask.
I know Jimmy Rizzo. Are you an Upland player? You just pop on. You just saw that we were live, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, random person?"
Was he just like he just kind of checked out? He saw the name Neutral Zone, and he was like, "Hey, let's see what this is going on."
Yeah, just two guys talking.
Right?
Yeah. See you, Jimmy. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Have a good rest. Anyway, you know, that was cool.
Yeah, that was different, right?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. He wanted to go deep, and I really couldn't think of anything but dick jokes. And I was like, I don't know, maybe this is not the time for the dick jokes.
If I could ask my younger self anything, let's see here. You know, that's actually a profound question.
It's
Right.
absolutely profound. That's why it's hard to answer. I
think-
still don't know what it would be.
I think I would ask, where do you think you're going to be in 20 years? And
Why would you ask yourself that?
because I'd like to, you know, like, I don't know, you know, because here's one thing. I never expected to be where I am in my
I
life.
thought I would be dead.
I didn't expect to be dead. I expected to have a lot more money by this time in my life. But I also, you know, man, like where I was at in my life, it is amazing. I'm not dead. And I was actually just,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, man. And I was talking to my sister earlier today and just thinking about like 10 years ago, like I'm not even nearly the same person. Like other than my name, everything about my life is different than it was 10 years ago.
Right.
You know, and if I'd asked myself 10 years ago, where do you see yourself in 10 years? You know, 32 to 42, I couldn't have even told you. You know, like I would have been like, I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 weeks. You know,
Right.
like I was at a real bad point in my life. You know, like I used to drink like you wouldn't believe. It was sickening. Like I was like borderline a homeless person. How far down I was at one point in my life.
Dang.
You know, like it was. I'd wake up in the morning. I would drink 3 minis, 3 of those little mini airplane shooters. That's what I
Yeah.
drank on my way to work. And then I'd get to work. Typically, I you know go get a couple more shooters, and then for lunch I would have like 4 pints of beer. Then I go home. I buy a bottle of vodka or a bottle of whiskey, and I would pretty much finish that at the end of the night. And then
Yeah,
that's
That's the
it was
tough
bad.
drinking right there.
Yeah, no, it was really bad, man. And you know, like the last like 4 years, I've been pretty much clean. Like I don't drink at all anymore, and my life has changed dramatically since I quit drinking. Like unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
That's
it's
awesome.
It's a trip, man.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I got just a long history of poor decisions and just weird shit. Again, I don't know how. I thought I'd be dead. I thought I'd be dead longer. Not because I was like abusing drugs or anything like that. Just because, the way life was for me as a kid, like never envisioned myself making it anywhere. I just like, well, I'm gonna die or something. Something fucked up's gonna happen. Nothing good to ever happen in this life. So probably just gonna die. But yeah, that I'm a firm believer. Like, you make the best of the cards that you're dealt, and I think I bluffed my way into a full house probably.
Man, like I kind of feel the same, because it is you make your own life is the way I see it. Like
100%.
it's all about choices, and everybody has a choice no matter what,
Absolutely.
and especially in this country, in America. Now I won't say everybody has a choice. There's people born into slavery. There's all kinds of terrible fucking things in the world where people, their choices are like the worst choices you could ever fucking imagine.
Yeah,
right.
So, all things said.
Right. But for the most part, like in this country, you can pretty much do whatever you want. If you put your mind, like, it sounds so fucking cliche and fucking dumb, right? But like, if you put your mind to it and you believe in your fucking self and you actually put some effort out there, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
I agree 100%. 100%. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I was going to make a joke, but I was like, no, this is too important. I think you're 100% right. Yeah, I could go on about that. With my line of work, I mean, I stand on this soapbox all the time and tell kids, well, if I can make it, you can make it. And, maybe another day I'll talk more about that. But no, I think you're dead on with that. And anybody that doesn't believe that, hit me up and we can talk some real shit. Fuck, should we get some shit away?
Yeah, give some shit away.
All right, because
I waited too long. Everybody's waited almost 2 fucking hours to get some free shit. We gotta start doing this. I think next week it needs to be like 30-minute mark, giving something away, and then 1 hour mark, giving something away. Like every 30 minutes, basically, give something away. I'll throw some shit in too if we need.
Oh, hey, if you want. That's why I said, fuck you. Bluff your way into a full house. I hit the fucking straight flush when I met my miss. Yeah, look, I'm not saying I'm done, man. I'm not even on the fucking river yet.
I mean, man, it is about the partner that you pick in a big way.
Oh, 100%. At one point, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the woman that I married, or still married to, was not the right one for me. And then as I kind of grew into, our relationship, I got married at 24 years old. I was really young. Like, we've grown together in such an amazing way. Like, I don't know if I could have picked a better partner for me.
You got lucky.
I probably couldn't have said that 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was like, man, I fucked up. I'm stuck. What am I doing?
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, I apparently my 24-year-old self knew what the fuck my 41-year-old self would need. Thank God for that.
I mean, man, that's impressive. Been with her 17 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man. When's your anniversary?
On Leap Day, February 29th.
Really? That's fucking cool, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, every 4 years we get a good one.
Man, nice. I got my 1-year wedding anniversary coming up on the 4th, actually.
Dude, congratulations.
Yeah. We did it. We made it 1 year. So we've been together for going on 7 years, September. So long enough, to where we lived together for a long time. And I mean, man, Jess has helped me out so much, and I've turned into a better person since I met her. So
yep,
I'm very, very happy.
I can echo that. Yeah, happy motherfucker.
Happy motherfucker.
If I could change, here's a question: if you could change your name in Upland, what would you change it to?
I mean, I don't know, because I've always been Happy MFR. Like, that's been my username for video games, for my phone bill, for like everything forever. So to think of another name, if I could change my name, if I wanted to change it, what would it be? Well, how about you? You go first.
So, my favorite movie of all time is Pulp Fiction, and I've kind of got stuck with El Slack, and my gamer tag when I play video games is Sack Attack. For a reason I'll go into another day. But something that I've really just like taken on myself is from my favorite movie. This is my wallet.
Oh yeah, man.
So I would be BMF. So everything like BMF is just my I would change to BMF 100%.
BMF. That would be a pretty good one, man. You know, you know what? I would just go with my middle name. It would be Patricio.
Patricio?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would probably be it. Just because
That's a cool middle name.
it's
Mine's boring as
kind of
fuck.
unique. It's so it's Spanish, but if you ask anybody who's from Spain, they go, "Oh no, it's only Patricia. There is no Patricio." So
Really?
funny story, my social security card actually used to say Michael Patricia Roberts on it. And that it just, I probably shouldn't have fucking said that. but it just cracked me up because I never knew that until I was at a job one day, and the guy, my boss, started calling me Patricia. I was like, what are you talking about, man? And he goes, "That's your middle name, man." And sure enough, showed me my like their printout of my name and everything, and Michael Patricia Roberts. So, but it's actually Patricio, and it's, I don't know, I guess it's better than like my first name, which is boring as fuck, Mike.
Yeah, I got a bunch of, Robert is my first name. Sean is my middle name. Both boring.
Yeah.
And my last name, nobody can ever spell it or say it right, but it's just Schweitzer.
Oh yeah, and nobody gets that one right.
No, they always fuck it up. Switzer, Schweitzer, or what? It's just some other fucking. I'm like, have you ever heard me say Schweitzer or Switzer? No, you haven't. It's just Schweitzer. It's not that fucking difficult.
Schweitzer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. People fuck it up all the time. I'll tell it to them 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, nope, not quite right. I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I'm like, no, not just whatever. Like, how about you just say it right?
Yeah.
If it was like, I don't know, Mike is better than Robert. Why don't you go? Why don't you go fuck yourself?
I mean, I don't know, man. My last name is Roberts, so it's about the same.
Yeah,
I just
It
have an
is.
S, so I'm still a Robert too.
yeah. Swirly, you better watch your mouth. Come over there and whoop that ass. Swirly was a cop.
Funny, my brother's name is Sean.
What's that?
My brother's name is Sean.
Too many Robs in the world. Yeah,
There are a lot of Robs.
There are a lot of Robs. Yeah.
The Agency is another Rob.
What is?
Do you know The Agency? Player
No.
in Upland? Oh, really? Oh, he's been around for a long time, but he's another Rob. He was at Genesis Week.
Okay. Oh, so is Laban. He's a
Oh,
Rob.
fuck's sake. I do miss Swarley's voice, man. I got to tell you.
Yeah, that little bitch. Okay, let's give something away. So first thing we're gonna give away another fucking Robert. Oh. Yeah, he's bringing this up because in our chat, me, him, and Laban's a Robert too, and so I won't give away everything we're talking about, but it just so happens as we're discovering these things that there's a lot of Rob or Roberts in Swarley's life that he can't seem to escape, and so we've been kind of joking about it, and this just is another
Just
case.
another one.
That's another one. He's like, fuck. And so he's been making jokes about that. Anyway, last chance, hashtag beach. We're gonna get some shit away before we get off this fucking stream because I don't want to be on till midnight like last time.
Yeah, geez, man.
Thinking.
Maybe next week we can we'll get together and do a little more formatting so that we can actually discuss. Like I don't think we even got through the whole city release, did we?
Oh, I did while you were out licking your wounds.
Okay,
I went through the rest of it.
Good. While my wife was yelling at me about spending $1,700 on terminals.
We can't organize this show, Happy. That's not the way this works.
You know what? Good. I like this.
We don't. I mean, like I said, when we started, we didn't even talk about anything Upland. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit the button. Let's go. Let's save it all for this. We're just gonna see what happens. That's how this works, man.
I like it.
And if
It
we
makes
start,
it easy.
it does. There's zero prep, zero.
Right? You just hop on and just talk.
It's just off the cuff and whatever comes to mind. There's no boundaries. There's no rules. You like it. You like it. You don't. You don't. And you know, everybody who likes it is the greatest person ever, and everybody who doesn't can go eat shit. So that's just the way it is. All right, let's spin this thing or do it. All right, so this is for. I better write this down. For a red bench press, red bench. This is from Scory 23, and that's going to go to. Who's it going to go? Who's it going to go? Who's it going to go to? Swarley. He's
Nice.
on a fucking streak. You used to talk about being the biggest fucking loser. You know what sucks is that I didn't even add to stage. Swarley, great. That's one.
Everybody gonna think it's rigged.
I know. I didn't do it. I didn't press any weird buttons. I did not rig it. All right. So then we'll do Teabagger. I gotta give away 3 of them. Okay. It was fixed for Swirly to win. Yeah, he needs more bench presses in his life. He needs more of them. Yeah, I didn't even go over any of the, like Hyde Park Ninja Feud stuff. But that's okay because I don't want them to think that anything's going on. I have been busy, so I haven't spent as much time as I want to. But we are working on some stuff, which I want to be a surprise. So I won't say any more than that.
Sweet.
It'll be fun for everybody all at the same time. All right, let's draw again for we're gonna draw for 3 teabaggers. And remember, these have utilities. So if you own a teabagger on the first, I'm gonna give away 5,000 UPIX to one person who owns one. Vape High Guy.
All right. Did he win last week too?
Fuck, I don't know. I can barely keep track of what's going on from one day to the next. All right, next. This is for a second teabagger because I've been forgetting to give shit away. James, what's your in-game name? Because I don't know. All I saw was James. I don't know who. James what? What's your in-game name, James? You won. I got to give you something. It's going to be a teabagger. All right. Last one. Ooh. Okay. Last one. Oh, it's JP. I should have known that. I don't know why. Well, how come it shows up different? Is it a different account? Because normally you show up with like Dopus Crew and all that, unless you just change the name. All right. Oh, got a new phone, made a new account. You don't have to make a new account. You just sign into the old one, bro. But, well, you do you. You do you. Hey,
Isn't
now
that multi-accounting?
you just do it for you. James, now that you're no longer employed, you can jump on the stream and come hang out with us. That should be your new job. Just come hang out with us on Monday nights. Okay. Yeah, you do. You need to get that prison ready, Swarley. All right, last one for the third one here. Level up tag.
Nice.
Level up. Tell me your in-game name so that way I can find you and deliver this sweet, sweet teabagger to you.
Ben, you know what? That is so big, it wouldn't fit on my 2 UP2 property.
Yeah, we made it big on purpose so that way you could not miss it.
No, but I thought that was so dope because that, like, I couldn't even fit it on that property. Like,
That's awesome.
you know, I figured every map asset would at least fit on one property, but
No,
so you
not the
must
vulgar
be like 4
teabagger.
UP2 or something.
I know, Swarley. I will get you that tonight. I will go fucking put one in the front of the queue or something. You'll get your corner. I'll go take it off one of my RIP SC or RIP KO properties so you can have it. JP, what's your new job? What are you doing? What are you starting tomorrow? Tell me. We got 9 viewers. You know what? Let's do one more hashtag for one more teabagger to give these extra viewers. Let's do. Oh, you're gonna do deliveries for Amazon. Excellent. Let's do hashtag 20, like 20, because it's our 20th episode. We'll give away all the things. So hashtag 20, like this. Now we have 9 people watching. Put in your hashtag, and we'll give away one more teabagger for episode 20. Oh man, my cat just took a fucking dump in the litter box and it smells terrible.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, it's really not nice. It smells bad.
Yeah. Cats are cute, man, but you know that litter box thing, it's rough.
Yeah, they're cute until they shit and puke and claw your shit up. God dang, would you crap on the floor? Good God, cover your dump up. You smelly little creature. All right, I'll give it another, 45 seconds or so. Hashtag 20, just like you see on the screen. Got 5 entries. There's 9 of you watching. Means 4 people have not typed in hashtag 20 or pound 20. And I will give away one more teabagger.
It's the easiest hashtag ever. Like, if you're not putting that in, I don't get it.
I don't either. It's not difficult. We're at 5. Hashtag 20. It's not the cat. He's just blaming the poor cat. Oh, you're fucking hilarious. You're right. I just farted and it smells this way. Yeah, nobody hates their own farts, honestly. Nobody hates their own farts. Nobody dislikes the smell of their own fart.
I don't know, man. I've had some bad ones, but you know what? It's always worse from somebody else, though.
It is.
That is the truth.
Like, there's been plenty of times I farted and I'm like, man, that smells bad. I've never been like, oh my God, I farted. I'm just like, yeah, that's not pleasant for somebody else, I guess. But yeah, I never had to cover my own face.
Yeah, no. You know, one of the worst times I ever had to fart was it's not like a long plane ride, and I was right in the middle seat, and it was just bubbling, and I just fucking let it go, man. I just let it go. I thought it would like sneak out, but it didn't. It was like a foghorn, and everybody was fucking disgusted with me. You know, that was like during takeoff, you know, because you can't go to the bathroom. I wanted to
just live in it the whole fucking time.
Like, yeah, and everybody's sitting there just like, oh, and they all knew it was from me, man.
It wasn't even silence. You couldn't even blame it on your neighbor.
No, there was no getting out of it, you know.
Oh my god, that's awesome. No, but they don't like the smell of their own shitty pants. No, they don't. I was gonna. There was me and my wife were talking about something. I'm trying to remember what it was. I was gonna bring it up, but I totally forgot until right now. But now I can't remember what we were talking about. It was something pretty kind of gross. Fuck. Fuck it. It's on now. It's lost forever. Hashtag 20. Last chance. Last chance. Hashtag 20. I'll give away a teabagger. Was it has something to do with? Is it some sexual thing? I don't remember. We were getting into some weird conversation.
You always
Damn
know.
it, I want to remember what it is because it was funny. I wanted some other opinions, but whatever. They come and they go. All right, we're gonna
Like-
do it.
Do you like rim jobs or something like?
It wasn't like that. Damn it, I can't remember. Whatever. It's really not important. It was just we had like a different opinion, and I was like, well, I wonder what other people think about this.
Like farting during sex? Like, is farting during sex okay? Like,
well, I mean, of course,
I mean, it happens.
yeah. I mean, I don't ever care if it happens. I mean, I don't ever even think about it.
Well, yeah. Once you're kind of in that setting, there's really not much you can do. You know, like, you want to ruin
Yeah.
the moment. You know, I could tell you. I probably shouldn't say this shit, but I'm going to. So, like, one of the craziest times the like fart experiences with sex that I could talk about was me and my wife. We were going at it pretty good, and she was like about to climax, right? And our dog farted right in her face.
Oh
And
Lord!
she was so sick, and it like just ruined every fucking thing.
Oh Lord! That would fuck everything up. Just ruin the whole mood.
Yeah, no, especially like right before you're about to come, and then the dog just fucking rips one.
Oh Lord! Was it to do with the big dick at the beach you're trying to compensate with? You know,
The one in
now that-
Miami?
it might have something to do with the dick. Did it have something to do with the dick? It had. I think it had something to do with rape culture or something. But I can't remember. I'm just gonna spin this wheel. Look, I'll understand. If I keep thinking about it, I'm gonna end up talking about something that's real fucked up. Yeah, get the dog off the bed, man. Why do you have your dog in your room while you're boning down on your lady?
Oh, the dog wasn't on the bed. The dog was laying at the foot of the bed, like basically.
That's on the bed, dude.
No, not on the bed. So like, basically, like on the floor in front of the bed,
Oh,
at the foot of the bed, and we were facing towards the wall, kind of like at the
end of the bed.
and the dog just let it go, and it was fucking gross.
Yeah, that's
It
funny.
was that.
The other day I was fishing. We're talking about coming, and we don't fuck around, dude. My brother-in-law caught this fish in the tail on accident, and so you can't bring it on shore. You gotta let it go in the water, because you can't keep a foul hooked fish. So it's fucking pouring down rain. This fish, I'm trying to grab the thing, and normally I'd grab it by the tail to kind of control it if you foul hook it, and I would take the hook out with pliers. But because it was hooked in the tail, I couldn't grab the tail without fear of getting, stabbed in the hand with this hook. And the
Yeah.
last thing you want to do is get stabbed in the hand with a barbed hook. It's fucking terrible. So I'm trying not to do that. And brother-in-law was like, dude, just fucking get the hook out. Just get the hook out. Just get the hook out. I'm like, I'm trying, man. But I can't because I don't want to. The thing is big and slimy. It was probably like a 20-pound fish.
Yeah.
And so they're strong, they're squirmy, they're slimy, it's wet. Yeah, hashtag 20. Anyway, and so I said, fuck it. I'm getting this thing. I'm just going to take it out of the water so that way I can pull this fucking hook out. So I pull it onto land real quick, just barely out of the water. I put my foot on it to hold it down, not to hurt it, but just so I could pull the hook out of its tail. And when I did so, it starts shooting fucking white shit everywhere.
Oh, like fat. You hit like a fat pocket or something.
No, it was fucking jizzing all over the place.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, fuck. This is it's just like I had hit the like sweet spot and it just blew its load all over my shoe.
fucking A.
And then I just like shoot it back into the water and it swam off all happy as a clam. But yeah, it was gross. All right, now we can spin. We've hit the lucky number 6, and we've lost, like 2 viewers now that we're talking about coming and.
Yeah, we've gotten very far from Upland, haven't we?
Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see who's going to win this third tee bagger. This is what you get on this show. I don't know what else to tell you. If you came here thinking you're going to get some wholesome content, you're wrong, and you should have known that from the beginning. Level Up Tech gets 2 of them. Fuck yeah, Level.
Right on. Lucky night.
Yeah. Fucking last one in there. Level Up Tech, what's your in-game name so I know where to send this? Unless it's Level Up Tech, just tell me that. All right. Anyway, fuck. Anything else before we gotta boot, scoot, and boogie out of here?
Well, I can't really think of much. Like, hope everybody has a good fucking week and good luck minting in Miami Beach if you're gonna fucking participate. And
yeah, I'm shooting for that dick.
We should all shoot for that dick. That should be a node. We need to have the dick node.
The cock node.
And then we'll have to
Tag.
design like some kind of mushroom tip ornament structure.
Yes. Yeah. What is that one called again? I don't care. I'll figure it out. I'm getting the cock. Okay. That's the only time. That's the only time I'm going to say that. In all seriousness, I'm going for that dick. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
Yeah, from tip to balls, I'm getting it all.
The whole shaft.
The whole thing. I'm shooting for that dick. I am. JP, we should all shoot for that dick and Miami Beach. Yeah, if you're not going for that dick in Miami Beach, I don't know what you're going for.
Yeah, you're missing out.
Oh, please.
You're
Well, don't act like you're not interested in that dick, too. You're... Please. Don't act like you ain't never dabbled in dick.
Well, Swarley's a smart man.
He is. No, he's way smarter than me.
He knows where stay away from trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the more I find like-minded people like me, the further south this show is going to go. I can tell you that right now. We're going to get it's going to get salty.
Yeah, you and me together is pretty rough. I feel like, man.
I mean, there's nowhere I won't go. And Swarley kind of like reins me back in a little bit, but you're definitely like, yeah, let's just go further. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
About you.
Yeah, no, it's fun, man.
Yeah,
it's like this will, my fart story will be on the internet now forever, I guess.
Yeah. And my fish coming story.
Right. And then tune in next week for more.
Yeah. More fucking dick jokes and talking about cum and
we'll see how much of that dick that you get next week. You can show us that dick.
I hope I get so much dick on Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, dig
collectively, can we
down.
just get all the dick. I really want us all to shoot for that dick. Collectively, I think we can grab a hold of that cock and just drive it home. It can be our new node. I'll be the mayor of Dickville. That's what you need.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, Uplander of the Year right here. That's me. I'm telling everybody, get that dick. Get that dick on Halloween. Go to Miami Beach and get that dick before it's too late. Don't not mint that out. We're minting that dick out before anything else. That'll be the first collection.
That would be funny if that actually is a collection.
Yeah, an exclusive collection or something, or maybe a rare. You got your rare cock. I
Have
don't
a
know.
nice red rocket.
Yeah, a red rock. Absolutely, yes. It's like I handed that to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, bam.
Rubel Max, got it. All right. It only took a bunch of dick talk to get Level Up Tech to tell me what his name was.
He's got 2 prizes coming. He's got to get that.
I know. All right. All right, Happy. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's do this again next week. Same time, same place.
Sounds good.
All right, partner. All right. I'm gonna hit the button. See you later, everybody. Have a good week, and I'll probably make more videos sometime here real soon. So until then, peace.